All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dog Talk Sports. Now, here's an interesting caveat about that right here. That is going to be the last time that we intro like that. So we have been absent here for a little while. So I figured I would pop in here with Ray to have a little update episode to kind of keep everybody in the loop of what's going on. Um, we are in the middle of a rebrand. We are in the middle of a name change, rebrand. Gonna have a whole.
Guaranteed to be better than the New York Rangers rebranding, rebuilding. So
Oh God, I mean anything can be better than that. It's just so terrible. Um, yeah, so a lot of changes have been happening. Very excited about certain changes. One of our core members, Dan, uh, has bowed out. His current work schedule does not allow him to fully commit to us, and that's completely fine. He's still going to be a guest and still going to pop in every once in a while to talk some sports because he is blood. Um,
and let's
he's
be honest, we need the low down, dirty truth about the Jets. You
Oh,
gotta have,
listen.
gotta
He
have.
he is my number one source for all things Jets, 1,000%. So definitely want him back on every once in a while. Just new work schedule. He has created his own little monologue podcast, very Mike Francesa style. I'm going to shout it out here for League Report on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, pretty much everywhere, where he does little snippets, micro episodes of what's going on in the sports world. So shout out to that. But we are very excited. We are very excited about the rebrand, the rebuild. Me and Pete have thrown around a lot of ideas. We recently reconnected again on Monday to talk more stuff. We talked again today. And by our next episode, we will have a new logo, a new name. We're going to have a new format, everything. I'm very excited.
It's
I'm
gonna be
very,
beautiful.
very excited for the future. So, wanted to provide a small little update episode. I mean, this is probably going to be the smallest episode we ever do, very, very micro stuff. But we are going to talk a little bit of sports here because we have to, of course. The New York Knicks, game 4 of the NBA Finals is tonight. Knicks lead the series 2-1. It should be 3-0 because the refs completely, oof, 28 free throws to the Knicks 7.
I
And
mean, take when you're ready, let me know, and I will unleash my tirade.
okay, well, I'll let you unleash in just a second. um, Besides the first two games, I mean, Wemby had a very dominant third game. He's averaging 29 points, over 29 points per game through 3 games of the NBA Finals, which would rank fifth all time in NBA Finals history, which is actually crazy. And he's 22 years old. But Karl Anthony Towns has had him in hell for most of this series. Pretty much has been Wemby's kryptonite. Karl Anthony Towns has been physical, has really soft touch around the basket. Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson. OG and Mikel being 3 and D. This is a really good team. And you know what? The head coach, Mike Brown, he's been doing really well. And you know what? Firing Thibs was the right thing to do because this guy is unlocking things from these players that we didn't think we didn't think Karl Anthony Towns could be this good in the mid range. Like it was never anything like this. And now all of a sudden he's got like touch. So it's kind of cool to see the evolution of some of these players happen in real time during a playoff run. And the Knicks have had one of the best runs we've ever seen. The Spurs are no hard out. That team is still so young. Dylan Harper's a rookie. Wemby's 22. They're probably going to win 4 chips. But so that's when the Knicks have to win it now. And I'm going to let Rich, not Rich, shout out Rich though, one of the craziest Knick fans I know. I'm going to let Raymond here go on his little rant because I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, you just touched on everything beautifully. Like basketball is my least of the major sports that I follow. I mean, I've been a Knicks fan since I was a child, growing up in Staten Island. It's just it's branded on you, like you have to be, and it's cool because this is the first time the tri-state, no, not the tri-state, but the metro area is united because you're either a Mets, Jets, and Islanders fan, or a Yankees, Rangers, Giants fan. And right now, those two superpowers have melded into one, and the entire metro area is united in blood by we live and die by the Knicks. I mean, New York City is in a state of chaos right now, and it's a
Uh,
beautiful thing.
oh, it's jumping. It's craziness in the streets.
It's absolutely amazing. But I mean, game one, game two, electric. They were just absolutely electric. The Knicks jumping out to a 2-0 lead in Texas was beautiful. And that abomination of a game that was game three is just
Ugh.
it's disgusting to me. I mean, listen, it's the finals, right? But for a moment, I was transported back to when the Rangers got devastated in the Stanley Cup playoffs not too long ago. Shout out. But it felt like a hockey game. Like what? A very one-sided hockey game because like I had to check if I was watching Carolina versus Vegas because I was like, these guys are getting absolutely mugged out there.
Dude, that's a great series.
Phenomenal. We'll touch on that in a minute, but I mean, like you said it best. The second half free throws was make or break. If you take the god awful officiating out of the equation, the Knicks have a 3-0 lead going in to make history tonight, and I just can't wrap my head around it. How Wemby, and he's a phenomenal player, and I don't want to disrespect the kid, but he literally had Brunson by the back of the head and used his alien-like grip and like did like a Star Trek Vulcan pinch down to the fucking ground. It was crazy. And not a single call, but because Jalen turns his back after the release of the ball and doesn't give a landing zone, you call a flagrant on that. But wake me up in a world where those two are one's a flagrant and one's a no call. Like, and how does something not come out today with a retroactive, like I don't even know if that's a thing, a retroactive flagrant, but
No, that's 100% thing. They review it and they could assign a flagrant because if you get a certain amount of flagrants, then you get a suspension.
Wemby should 100% be going into tonight with the flagrant as well because that is just it's abhorrent. I mean,
The NBA said it, I'm reading it right now. The NBA ruled that it will not be a flagrant.
and again, I ask in a regional, rational voice, how he loved. I've seen people be put on assault charges with less action than that. That's nuts to me, man. But I mean, there's a lot of people down in the dumps right now. The wind kind of fell out of the sails with a lot of Knicks fans, and everyone's all shook now. Like, oh, we had two great games. You stole game two from them, rightfully so, because you're on the court in those three games. The Knicks are the better team.
Mm-hmm.
The San Antonio Spurs live and die through Wemby's performance, right? I mean, let's be real. Like,
Oh yeah,
Kane and Casil, or whatever his name is, they're not like the supporting cast of the Knicks. The Knicks are dangerous no matter who's on the court, and they're hitting on all cylinders. And Jalen's been Jalen, but he hasn't been the first 2-3 series Jalen. If that Jalen comes out tonight and we get, the guy who lost game one to the Hawks and the guy who dominated the Philly series, then wrap it up. We got two games and then off to history and forever, we get to witness a Knicks championship in our lifetime, which I didn't think was ever going to happen.
no. And listen, they have to win tonight. They
100%.
have to win. If it,
You can't leave New York without a win. You
you
can't.
cannot leave the Garden without a win. And I know the NBA and the refs are going to do everything in their power to make sure it goes at least 5 or 6 games.
It honestly, I was toying around with the idea of saying it, but it 100% feels as if that they wanted to go all seven because it is just printing money. This
Oh no,
finals,
the Knicks being in the finals is printing money for the NBA. Just printing money.
I picture
So,
James Dolan right now like Scrooge McDuck, just sitting there in his little bank, just adding coins to his money pool.
oh yeah. So, like they have to going up 3-1 is pretty much like, like you got it. If you go up 3-1 tonight, you got it. You could lose one and it's 3-2, then you'll be all right. But if you let them tie the series 2-2 tonight, ooh boy. I mean, losing both games at the Garden after you took 2 games in San Antonio, like that's just not.
And we
That's
say this,
not.
and they're down by 10 right now. So
I know, and now they're down by 10, and apparently the refs are in their bag again. So it's just not. This is not good. But I
you know
hope
what?
the Knicks win.
This is a team where down by 10. I'm not worried. I'm not because every game it feels like the same. Like they start slow, they come out, they get gelling, and then it just the momentum builds. But the refs took the momentum away every single day. That second half, there was no momentum built because the refs were just robbing the Knicks of any kind of forward momentum they had.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, it was 28-7 for free throws. I mean, what the?
That's
It's just crazy.
unbelievable.
It's crazy. So hope the Knicks win. Um, Very, very excited. I mean, they're down a little bit right now, as I'm seeing right here. Um, so hopefully, they could pull it out and at least get a win tonight in the Garden. So that was going on with the Knicks. We could touch on the Yankees a little bit here. They got the win today. We have to talk about Aaron Judge. I mean, it just sucks. The
Give me a
Yankees.
moment while my heart settles.
Okay, I'll give you a moment.
Moments passed. Okay.
Moments passed. The Yankees were the first American League team to 40 wins yesterday. Today they got to 41 wins. So they have the depth. They recalled Spencer Jones back up, who's batting 294 since the call up. He's playing well. Trent Grisham is having a very good stretch over the last month. Jazz Chisholm is actually playing really well. I know everyone doesn't like his antics or anything like that, but he leads all second basemen in the American League in WAR. It's like you're not going to find a better second baseman than Jazz Chisholm in the American League. So I know there's a lot of Yankee fans that don't want to pay him. They don't want to give him 200 million after this year. I mean, he's in the prime of his career. I mean, good luck trying to find a better second baseman, unless you think George Lombard can play second base. If you think so, then that's great. But um, and speaking of Judge, um, he has a fractured rib, his first rib up near his collarbone. We were worried that it could have been season ending. They had a ton of tests.
Career ending.
Where there was talks that it could alter his career. And us as Yankee fans, when we hear something like that, we go, "Oh, okay, so it's over," is what you're telling us, because there's no such thing as good news with us. Luckily, it was okay news. He is out indefinitely. We do not expect him to pick up. We do not expect to see him until August or September. I mean, if we're winning and we keep winning with the kids up here that we called up because we have depth actually, and we still have a really good rotation. If these young bats can hit, and if we could get a fucking catcher, that would be really, really nice. And one extra bullpen piece. The Yankees are still sitting pretty. The American League is very weak. If we could get him back in September in bubble wrap, I know we should get Stanton back soon. I still like the Yankees' chances in the playoffs this year, but they got the win this year. Paul Goldschmidt, Goldie, 38 years young. I mean, just still a really good player. Ben Rice, one of the best first basemen in the American League, will be an all-star this year. Cam Schlittler.
Ben Rice and Bellinger should be starting for the All Star team.
Yeah, Cody Bellinger is the best left fielder in baseball besides Juan Soto. I mean, that's how good he's been this year. He has 45 RBIs, and it's only the second week of June. I mean, he's
Yeah.
playing really, really well. He's there were a ton of Yankees fans. I was one of them that says, why are we waiting on Bellinger? Let's go get Kyle Tucker. And Tucker's not having a great year in LA. I know it's a long contract, and Bellinger's here for the next 4 years as well. But he's just made to be a Yankee. He's perfect for the Yankees. He's perfect for our stadium. He plays great defense. He's just been nothing but great for us, and I'm so happy he's here. A real career. He had a career renaissance in Chicago, and we took advantage of it. And I'm very, very happy that he's on this team. But yeah, I mean, the only real negative that I can think of right now is our manager, who has this love affection for Anthony Volpe, who in the month of June is batting checks notes 090 090.
Yeah.
He has committed, let's see, checks notes, 4 errors in June.
And I
He had
believe
another one
all
today.
4 of those errors cost the game minus today.
Yes, minus today. So he is just horrific. We need a shortstop.
That, folks, is what you call a liability.
Yeah, no, now he's a liability. Like now Caballero's playing right field so that Volpe can get reps at shortstop. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, this manager just has no clue. No clue. Like, usually I would put a lot of blame on Cashman, but, I could shit on him all I want for days on end, but this team is deep, and he has been more aggressive in calling up younger kids, and they've been more aggressive this year than in previous years. But this manager just doesn't have a fucking clue. He's got no clue. Aaron Boone is just horrific at his job. And he's lucky that there's this amount of talent on this team this year as opposed to last year. That's why I read today, there was a report that came out today that there's a real possibility that Lombard gets called up in August and he's just the starting shortstop.
I mean, it's as a Yankee fan, like you're with the Judge news, and the pitching kind of being mediocre.
Besides Schlittler.
Besides Cam Schlittler, you kind of got to temper your expectations. So with that tempered expectations, what I do expect is, yeah, you got a guy batting checks notes. What's his average again?
Oh, Volpe?
I'm giving you I'm handing you. Yep.
Volpe, 0.090.
0.090. So when you have a guy who's a complete liability, who just looks like he's lost playing at Yankee Stadium again, probably because he thought he was never going to play there ever again, rightfully so. That to me says, hey, kid, sorry, pack your shit, leave. This new kid, George Lombard, we're going to bring him in and see what he's got. And if he performs under the bright lights of the Bronx, then off to the moon you go. Sorry.
Because guess what? It can't get any worse.
Legitimately cannot.
It literally can't get any worse.
Shortstop with a worse stat line right now. You can't.
You can't. So, shortstop position and the catcher are liabilities for the Yankees. I know the Yankees are linked to Ryan Jeffries from the Twins. He's hurt right now, though. And they're linked to
Adley
Rutschman, which is kind of interesting that an interdivision trade like that.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. He's young. He's got plenty of years of team control. It would fix our catcher problem overnight, and
he fucking rakes at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, he rakes, exactly. Maybe that's why they're also interested in him. So I mean, that would be a big deal. That'd be a big trade. I don't care what we send over, because we don't lose a trade in that scenario, really. But I mean, Cam Schlittler, this is the favorite for American League Cy Young. His ERA is a 2.39. His career ERA after 28 starts is 2.48. I mean, only Paul Skeens and Clayton Kershaw have ERAs like that through their first 28 starts. I mean, we're talking about maybe the best pitcher in baseball, one of the best pitchers in baseball, maybe top 3 already and he's 24 years old. I mean, this is a serious find. This is a serious find for the Yankees. He's just a dominating presence on the mound, and whether people like it or not, I know Max Fried is our ace, and Garrett Cole looks pretty good. This kid's our ace. Cam Schlittler is the best pitcher in the team. And that's saying a lot with Max Fried on it, who was having a very good year before he got hurt. So, I mean, he's got probably until frickin' July or August too, so we have to just hope that we scrape our way through the All-Star break here. But listen, there are less things for heel Zach to complain about the Yankees this year than in past years. So, um, very, very happy about the starting pitching of this team. Not happy about the bullpen. I still don't really think we have a closer. I don't really trust David Bednar. So I could see them getting one or two more arms, or they call up Lagrange. They recall up Elmer Rodriguez because they got some guys in AAA that are ready. Like, all these people saying that the Yankees farm system is terrible over the last 2 years. I mean, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about or looking and reading. Clearly, their farm system is good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how it is going on for the remainder of the season. But I mean, what are your thoughts so far on Schlittler, the pitching staff, and kind of the future while we go through these injuries?
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of there's not much more I can add to that. You really nailed it. Yeah, to go down like on the bullpen side, it's disappointing because we find ourselves in almost a similar situation as we were sitting last year. We acquired Bednar and he looked great for a little while, but he's just lost his touch. I mean, he's I'm gonna call a spade a spade. He's getting kind of fat and he definitely lost some miles per hour on the ball, but it just doesn't look like he's not one of those guys where you're like, this guy loves being a Yankee. David Bednar does not love being a Yankee. I don't think
I don't know if he's comfortable.
he's not. He's clearly not. And if you look, I mean, look where he pitched, most of his career, not in the same pressure cooker that is the New York system. It is a known fact if you pitch in the metro, if you play a sport in the metro area, your expectations are held higher than anywhere else in the country, minus LA. But even LA, I don't think holds their professional athletes to the level that we do. I mean, it's a pressure cooker here, and I
Oh,
don't
dude,
think that.
LA in comparison to New York is not even in the same solar system. LA is so fair weather because there's so many other things to do in LA. It's beautiful. There's beaches, nice houses
Yeah,
when you're not running into homeless people. But it's pretty nice out there in terms of like their sports fans. It's very fair weather. It's very much a spectacle. It's
yeah.
not
I
like
think the only other comparable city is maybe Boston and fuck Boston.
Boston or Philly. I mean, those are really
Philly,
the only.
Philly, Philly has a
Yeah,
good.
Boston, Philly, New York doesn't get more hardcore
Yeah.
than us three. So
So I mean, you have your arms like Cruz is he's doing okay. I'm not Cruz.
Fernando Cruz is doing well.
Yes, Fernando Cruz. I was
He had a 5-out save last night.
right. Yeah, I mean, he's up and down. Like you could tell there's nights he gets out there and he's jacked up and you're just like, oh, he's gonna just hand one over and then see ya. But yeah, I mean, you need some arms. If you want to make at least a deep, respectable playoff run, you need some ammunition in the bullpen. We need to get our starters back and healthy. And I'm glad to see Cole back, but obviously Cole is not Cole yet, which we knew. We said that
I mean, he hasn't been bad.
months ago. He hasn't been bad,
He
but
hasn't been bad. He's looked pretty good.
he's not Garrett Cole yet. Like that,
No, and
that
we
guy.
don't know if we don't know if he ever will
He might
again.
not be. He might not be. And I mean, in my hopes, as summer starts to wean, I expect the guy because you took a couple months off. You're getting your nice slow start now. Like this is his spring training, so get out there in late summer and be Garrett Cole. We get freed back Schlittler, Cole, and that's the monster we always expected coming into this year.
Excuse me. I mean, yeah, because you want to go into the playoffs and Schlittler. with Schlittler, Fried, Cole, and then Rodon is the fourth. I mean, Schlittler, Fried, Cole. It doesn't get more dominating than that, possibly.
Yeah.
So, um, that's the update with the Yankees. Ray, talk a little bit about the Stanley Cup here. You're the resident hockey guy. I mean, I don't think the Vegas Golden Knights, in all honesty, are talked enough in sports in general as probably being the greatest expansion team ever.
So
Um,
that's a beautiful touch off point because the way people forget the way Vegas was created when they came into the league, the expansion draft that happened for Vegas was an absolute spectacle of sports because they were literally able to cherry pick whoever they wanted, and NHL teams were only able to protect a certain number of players. And that came down to contractual stuff, time with the team. The teams basically were given they had to submit a list and say, here's the people you can protect, here's the positions you can protect, here's everything you can get, right? So you have this team who had a good manager, a good coach, and it's fucking Vegas. So you literally had this beautiful, perfect opportunity to come in and be like, oh, here, let me create a Stanley Cup winning roster off of people playing good hockey right now. And they have been relevant ever since because they came out the gate like a bred stallion and they have not let off the gas yet. They play in one of the nicest arenas in the NHL. Like it's a destination, it's Vegas. The crowds are consistent. Like that is a dream scenario. It honestly it's it's what the Garden should feel like. But right now, Rangers fans like myself are in absolute hell. So that's you got to go back to how Vegas was created and started. So now you get to this point where they are a juggernaut of the league.
oh yeah,
They are a juggernaut, and this Stanley Cup playoff is so freaking good. But you have this overshadowing because the New York Knicks are in the Stanley Cup final, or not the Stanley Cup, the NBA finals, and it's taking away from it. Which hockey's always been the little brother of the major sports. Which okay, cool, but man, this Stanley Cup is so underappreciated that it it blows my mind. This is such good hockey being played, and this series is so back and forth, overtime games, dramatic comebacks,
yeah.
dramatic goals. I mean, Carter Hart,
Being down 3-0 and then winning 4-3.
yeah, Carter Hart is the first goalie in NHL history to give up 4 goals in a Stanley Cup game. Brutal stat, but you also did beat a criminal allegation, so
Ooh.
be happy. um, yeah, I mean it's so I cannot sit here today and tell you who's going to win that series because I don't know. I truly don't know. They are such good teams. Carolina has been on an absolute run for years, just dominating the East. Vegas is the juggernaut in the West. They're the big bad that you got to face every time you play a West Coast team. And man, it's good hockey.
Yeah, it's really, really good hockey. Shout out to the Golden Knights. Jason's Golden Knights. So funny. He's a Golden Knights fan. Um, but yeah, I think what they've done is really impressive. Um, and they're a huge success for that market.
Yeah,
And I'm very curious to see how that market continues to grow and progress in the world of sports when the A's are there in 2028, when basketball makes an expansion there.
coming. It's coming.
It's coming. It's going to be Seattle and Las Vegas. Those are going to be the two expansion teams. Vegas is all of a sudden like the future is bright for that city for sports, and that's only going to put more money in there, and it's going to create more attraction, and it's very interesting. I mean, do you make the Sphere the arena?
That would be
That
crazy.
would be crazy.
Owned by none other than James Dolan.
You're right. So it would be very, very interesting. Um, but yeah, I mean, Golden Knights, Carolina, they're just throwing haymakers. Really high scoring. I mean, the goalies took the series off for both teams.
Yeah.
They just can't handle what's going on.
The speed that Carolina plays the game at is
They're like tornadoes out there.
it's it's a spectacle, man. Like those guys are so fast. It's unbelievable. They skate, and to be skating in mid-June, like with fresh legs like they are, none of these guys are hurt. Like, I mean, you've had a couple guys come off injury, but they are playing at an elite level, and it is June. Because let's not forget, basketball and hockey aren't like these other sports. You know, like they'll finish in June.
Yeah.
Season games will start being played in late August, early September.
Yeah, the offseason is very short for
Very short.
both those teams.
Yeah. So it's something else, man. Like hockey's not getting the flowers it deserves because
You know what? It still doesn't. You want to know why? Because it's not pretty. You know, it's not like the basket, a
gladiator.
ball going through the hoop with a swish. It's
Yeah.
not a one-handed catch in the end zone. It's not a home run in a big spot. It's just not. It's gritty. It's down to earth. It's smash mouth. You know, it's its own thing, man. But I'm very interested to see what the ratings are for the Stanley Cup. I think they're high.
They should be.
So we'll see how that game continues to grow, and we'll see how the Stanley Cup goes on. We'll see how the NBA goes on. You know, there are rumors that Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to get traded to the Heat. Tyler Hero's brothers hinting that Tyler's heading to Milwaukee. So you know that may be all said and done. We're going to see because NBA off season most of the time is better than NBA in season. So we'll see what happens. Um, in terms of anything else, do you have anything top of the mind that you want to bring up here? I know we have UFC 250 coming up here soon on the White House front lawn. Big
Yeah. I mean,
event, big deal.
the UFC is kind of I've lost a lot of taste for it in the last two years. I mean, ever since they made the jump, I'm very happy to not be paying for pay-per-views anymore. Not like I was anyway. But it's kind of lost its luster on me because it's just not like it used to be. I mean, you have maybe three or four superstars now. You
It's
know,
very like it has like a corporate feel.
it
Like
yes.
it
I
has
was
like
gonna
a
say
very
it's like watered down.
yeah, it's very watered down, and that's why they're trying so hard to. That's that's why they probably are paying Conor McGregor $50 million to
Oh,
get out of bed.
oodles of money just to
Yeah, and for whatever reason, didn't feel like paying John Jones to fight Alex Pereira, which would have been the
the
biggest fight in the
all time.
history of the UFC, maybe ever. I mean, if Alex wins, I mean, there's a real strong case that he's one of the best of all time. First ever three division champ. No one's ever done that before.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone will ever be as great as John Jones. I mean, clearly the best fighter of all time. I mean, but I mean, if Alex wins that title, which I think he's going to win, like I think he's going to beat Gunn. Um, he's got to be on the Mount Rushmore.
to me,
So
he's up there already. Like I have his face half chiseled right now. So
I understand. I get that. In terms of football, it's minicamp. It's OTAs. It's minicamp. Everyone's in shorts. Everyone's in pajamas.
yeah,
You
everybody
know,
looks good when you're throwing in.
everyone looks good when no one's trying to kill you. And, it's slow news day, so people gotta, try to stir everything up. I'm not gonna get into the whole uh Carter Jackson Dart situation because that's now been squashed. It was ridiculous to begin with.
Overblown.
Overblown because it was a slow news day and it's New York. That's what it is. I'm glad John Harbaugh is our head coach for this time in our team's history. I will say that. And I will say one other thing. It looks like we may have a kicker. This
Oh,
this kid Zavada is pretty incredible. So we may have a kicker. That's the only good thing that we know that can be good is because kickers, they just kick. Hey, can you kick this 45? Hey, can you kick this 65?
shoot
He's
the ball.
13 for 13 so far. He has not missed a single kick throughout OTAs and minicamp. The Giants already cut Jason Saunders because they're like, nope, you're not this kid.
Yeah.
So Harbaugh knows how to find kickers. For whatever reason, he's always had a good kicker on his team, and he just is able to find them. So I'm happy about that. But I mean, other than that, it's just that time of year where everything's kind of slow, and I'm hoping that training camp rolls around. We could do our quarterback rankings. I don't know when our next episode is going to be. I'm hoping it's next week. Me and Pete are going to talk more tomorrow and go over some stuff. And hopefully we can be back next week for the debut episode of our new era. But in the meantime, look out for it. And yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Get back to this Knicks game, and they are down, unfortunately. The
Not like
NBA and the refs. The NBA and the refs are doing everything they can to make sure this is a long series. I will just be saying that.
have faith, Knicks fans. Have faith.
Have faith. Weather the storm. Have faith and weather the storm. It's not over. That's all I'm going to say is it's not over. So thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, Ray, for joining me on this little update episode. Thank you guys so much for pretty much saying, thank you guys for watching, listening for this whole ride. I mean, we've been around now. This year will be our 6th year. The show has changed so much. It's evolved so much. To reaching milestones like hitting 2,000 subscribers, not subscribers, 2,000 views and downloads, to our show being watched and heard in countries in Europe and Asia and South America. Like, it's kind of wild to see and keeps things in perspective. And I'm very excited to upgrade the show, make it bolder, make it bigger, make it better, and I'm very excited for the future. So, with that being said, thank you guys again, and we'll see you again soon.
Do it one last time.
One last time, Dog Talk Sports.